As promised, we're back here talking about Title 24 at the BC show, where you guys had won a couple of years ago. What'd you win?
We won the Parade of Products Award here at the BC show for the most innovative green energy product.
Woohoo!
Yeah, woohoo!
Hey, listen, Title 24, if you guys don't know about it, it's a code section in the code that talks about energy efficiencies for the product. So you're getting the value for whatever that product does, but it has to meet a certain standard of efficiency, and it just so happens that QuietCool meets those standards. So why don't you tell people how QuietCool applies to Title 24?
Well, the Title 24 code that takes effect in July of 2014 in certain climate zones within the state of California now mandates that new home builders actually install a whole house fan in those homes at the time of the building.
Hey, let's step back here and take a peek at this display. And maybe you can walk through people why this would be a benefit for efficiency.
Well, essentially, homeowners can install a single fan, centrally installed system, or they can do a zone system and have 2 or 3 fans, one a central system. If we look at this graphic, call it on a 2-story home, and at the top of the stairs you could have a single system that would ventilate the entire house. But some customers will want to have the convenience of zoned ventilation, so they could have still a smaller fan at the top of the stairs and then put one in each one of the bedrooms throughout the house. That gives the homeowner more control over individual zoned comfort with multiple fans as opposed to a single fan. But for the purposes of Title 24, you don't have to have multiple fans. You have to have a system that delivers a minimum of 2 cubic feet of air volume per minute for every square foot of living space. So that's the calculation used for Title 24. How that's done by either a single fan or multiple fans is up to the homeowner.
And just so that they know that you actually have different size fans given the area that you're actually trying to ventilate.
That's correct. Our systems come in fans that deliver as little as 1,250 CFM up to 6,400 CFM. So either a single fan or a combination of multiple fans will fit every single house that could possibly be designed.
You're going to ventilate a lot of cubic feet. Like you said, it goes up to 6,400 square feet. Cubic feet, excuse me, per minute, right?
Yeah.
But with regard to the attic fan, can you explain that to them?
I can't. The whole house fan, as you say, Thump'r, is designed to move air, ventilate air within the house itself. But you operate the attic ventilator separate from the whole house fan. So this attic ventilator, the AFG ES 1500, is the most energy efficient attic ventilator in the world. If you buy an attic ventilator at one of the big box retailers, they will typically move around 1,200 to 1,400 CFM and draw between 375 and 450 watts of power. This fan moves 1,560 cubic feet of air per minute at 30 watts of power. It's the most energy efficient fan in the world today, and we were talking about the CEC, the California Energy Commission website earlier. This is the #1 fan on that database right there. Now over here, the garage ventilator does the same thing for the garage as this one does for the attic. These 2 systems are independent of the house, but they're equally very important to the overall comfort of the house.
And why that's important is that it's about radiant heat. You can actually ventilate a home, but if you have hot air trapped up in the top or over here where there's probably not going to be any insulation, that's going to be a heat barrier that's going to want to penetrate into the walls.
Customers should understand the dynamic. It's called thermal mass cooling versus heating, and the system is designed to exchange the full volume air of the house multiple times, and the net result to the home is cooler mass within the home. The mass being the floors, the walls, the furniture, and if you cool the mass, then you reduce, if not eliminate, the heating factor, the reheating factor the next day during the heat of the day. The house remains cool because the mass within the house remains cool. And the net result to the customers, they use their air conditioning much less with the whole house fan as a companion appliance to air conditioning, as opposed to not having a whole house fan, and then you have to run your air conditioner much more.
Now, is it true that you guys could, the proper application of a QuietCool system can reduce the cost of using AC up to 95%?
Yes, that's absolutely true. Now, the national average range is between 50 and 90% reduction in AC usage, but here in California, the average in California is 75%. The fact is that closer to the coast and closer to the mountains, the higher the savings is, and there are people who have our system in that never turn their air conditioner on ever again, which that would be 100% savings.
Well, hey, you can't go wrong with that. Hey, Andy, I really appreciate your time.
Thank you, Thump'r.
Say hi to everybody, or bye to everybody here from the PCB show at the QuietCool Systems. Thank you.
Very much.